Go back to the record of 1159.
Is there any reason other than the social media that you read that you believe that Boa Shengguo purchased a house with money he received from you?
除了从社交媒体那儿知道呢，就是郭先生呢把你给他的钱用来买了个房子之外，还有没有其他的因素造成您认为他用你给他的钱买房子 ？Yes。
例如他去日本去看这个女性脱光表演呢，这不是一个牧师的行为。到台湾见了很多官员呢，去旅行啊，台湾的很多人呢，包括日本的这个李小牧先生啊等等啊，他都是骗吃骗喝，他也让别人都花的钱，他所做的事情跟我们爆料革命没有任何关系。同时啊，这些表现让我看他害财如命。他的房子，他根本在这之前没有钱，所以他骗了那么多钱。我认为他都是买了房子，而且这些钱也没花在他所谓的支持爆料革命上。
Yes, there are other reasons. You know, he used the name as a pastor went to Japan and went to a strip club. He went to Taiwan, visited a lot of officials. He went to Japan and met with Mr. Li Xiaomu. Met with Mr. Li Xiaomu. And all the things that he did has nothing to do with exposed the communist parties or support our revolution. Nothing with that. So he went to different places, collect whole bunch of money, and he was very poor originally. So for all those money that he collected, he was able to buy a house.
And the reason you believe that is that only from what you read in social media? Is there any other reason that you believe that he bought a house with these proceeds that he received?
好的，那么他呢，就是有把这些钱呢用来买房子。除了您在社交媒体上面得到之外，还有没有其他的因素造成您下这个结论？
郭宝胜在跟我通话当中一再说他很穷，没有钱。连吃饭的钱都没有，所以说，我认为他没有钱买房子，所以这房子的钱肯定是在包含着我在给他之中，包括骗取了很多战友的钱，比如说加拿大的这位这个 Robert Wang 这位支持我的战友。
Because during the phone conversations, he many times reiterated that he was very poor, and he went all over the place to soliciting our comrades for money, including the person in Canada that I mentioned, Robert Wang.
Check interpretive things that the witness actually say. Over the telephone conversation.
I'm sorry.
Over the telephone conversation, Guo Baoshen claimed that he was very poor, so he would not have the money to buy the house. And he went all over the place to solicit money, including to Canada and from Robert Wang. So I believe that the money that he solicited, he used to purchase the house.
That's it.
Okay. So where did he purchase a house?
他的房子买在哪儿？
好像华什么 Virginia 这个地方啊。
I think somewhere in Virginia.
Okay. Now, you said that there were other witnesses that you hoped would testify with regard to fraud that was committed by Boa Shengguo. What are the names of those witnesses?
好，你刚才还提到说有一些证人呢，能够证明就是说郭宝胜呢到处去骗钱，这些证人包括哪些？
我现在我由于这些人现在都是被共产党追杀和生命威胁的人，我在这里不能提供。所以说我希望我们会向庭上申请如何保护这些人的措施，安全保证以后，这信息不会被公开，不会被你们这位郭宝胜的律师和郭宝胜送给了共产党之外，他们才会配合。现在我不能提供，基于安全原因。
All those people are on the watch list of the CCP, so their life is in danger in the event those information were disclosed. So I cannot tell you at this point. However, if we go through the court procedures to assure their safety and to protect their identities, then we can talk about the witnesses. Otherwise, I don't want those information to be used by you attorneys or by Mr. Guo Baoshan to hand it over to the CCP.
我担心又像郭宝胜和你们喝完酒以后，把相片都铺出来，说是什么总统的后裔，把这些证人再推出来，对他们太危险了啊。
Just like after he had a round of drinking with you guys, then he posted a photo of you all claiming that his attorney is a descendant of certain president. So I don't want that same thing to happen for him accidentally disclose those information.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Did Boasheng Guo represent to you that he needed $2,000 for traveling expenses in relation to this group whose goal it was to assist victims of the CCP?
郭宝胜有没有跟你要2000块钱的差旅费？就是说呢，他的这个目的是用来支持那些被共产党破坏的人。
I thought it was, sorry, just to be clear, I'm not sure if this is a difference without a distinction, but was it to assist victims or was it anti-CCP?
So
Or-
here's, I'm only going by the allegations in the complaint. The
Okay.
allegations in the complaint state that there was a group whose goal it was to assist victims of the CCP. This is referred to in caps, Chinese support group, the Chinese support group. The allegation in the complaint that I'm reading directly from is that Boasheng Guo represented to plaintiff that defendant needed $2,000 for traveling expenses pertaining to the Chinese support group. Since that's a defined term, I'm actually defining it every time I ask that question so that the question is clear.
Okay, good, thank you.
他是澄清一下他刚才问的问题，就是说他是讲的是不是受到共产党破坏的这些人。他说呢，这位律师回答就是说，他是根据我们的起诉状里面讲到的，就是一个中国支持中国人的这一个组织但是基本上呢，就是在那个诉状上面有提到郭宝胜跟你要2000块钱的差旅费。
是的。
Yes.
Do you believe that Boasheng Guo received a lot of money from the Chinese government in order to say critical things about you?
您相信不相信郭宝胜收到中国政府的很大一笔钱，让他来说一些对你不利的话？
是的。
Yes.
Okay. With regard to what we just discussed with the $2,000 for traveling expenses, did you give him that $2,000?
就是刚才讲的那2000块，他要你给他了吗？
是的。
Yes.
And when he represented to you that he needed for traveling expenses, how did he make that representation to you? Was it verbal or was it in writing?
他跟你要这笔差旅费是口头的还是
口头的。
verbal？
And you have alleged that Boasheng Guo represented to you that he needed $10,000 to arrange a support conference for you in Washington, D.C. Is that true?
你还有说呢，他要1万块钱来在华盛顿开一个支持您的大会。
Didn't we go over this
Yes.
previously?
No, I'm
他
just,
说我们已经
no, I haven't asked that question. That's a different one. It's a different allegation. And it's a different, presumably it's a different time frame.
Okay, sorry,
他说
thank you.
没有问过不同的时间段、不同的起诉，
Is that true?
是的。
是正确吗 ？Correct. Yes.
And was that representation also made verbally to you?
这也是用口头的方式要的。
是的。
Yes.
And did you give him $10,000 or any money in response to that representation?
因为他要，你就给他1万了吗？您给了吗？
我给了他1万。
Yeah, I gave him
我
10,000.
从来没让，我再次重申，他不可能代表我，没有说给他，我是被骗。
Once again, it's not that I gave it to him. He defrauded me instead.
I understand. When I use the word give, I don't want to be transferred is probably a better word.
不是给他，我们就好转给他吧，转。
Okay. And he also represented to you that he could provide important details on corrupted Chinese government officials in exchange for $10,000. Is that correct?
他同时也告诉你，他可以给你一些中国官员的一些腐败行为，然后要你给他1万块，对吗？
代表，他老说他发来英文听说是代表是吧？没有，他这个1万块钱是的。
10,000 yes.
And did you give him that did you transfer that $10,000 to him?
你有把这个1万块转给他了？
是的。
Yes.
Okay. And did he make that representation verbally or did he make it in writing?
他这个要求是口头的还是书面的
口头的。
？Verbal.
Okay. You have alleged that Boasheng Guo tweeted the following. Guo states that he was sentenced to prison during the students' movement in 1989 for providing fund to the students, but he was actually charged with false pretenses, so he was obviously lying. Did Boasheng Guo tweet that?
好的，在您的这个指控里面呢，有提到这个郭宝胜他的这个推文里面，就是说他在1989年六四学生运动的时候呢，他提供这个钱来支持学生。那么您说这个这个是撒谎，不正确的。他有没有做这个推文？他有没有推出这个推文？
我记不清楚。
I don't remember.
That statement, is that statement false? And let me rephrase it. The statement that I just said that you alleged that Boasheng Guo had tweeted, is that statement false?
所以我刚才陈述的就是那个郭宝胜的推文，1989年就是等等，这一个推文是 false， 不正确的吗？
Can you just turn it around?
Let's do that. You know what? I'm actually I already regret the question, so I'm gonna just withdraw it, and I'm gonna ask it in a much more specific way.
他现在把问题撤回了，因为太含糊，具体的方法来问。
Is it true that you stated that you were sentenced to prison during the students' movement in 1989 for providing funds to students? And I want to be clear when I ask him this. I'm asking, is it true that he stated it? I'm not asking, is it true that it happened? I'm asking whether or not he's ever stated that.
好的，他推文里面讲说，在1989年学生运动的时候，你被送进监牢。我现在不是指说他的推文的内容是正确还是不正确，我问你就是说，郭宝胜有没有推这个东西出去？
我不记得。
I don't remember.
And were you ever sentenced to prison in China?
在中国，你从来有没有被送进监牢
有。
？Yes.
And what was it for?
原因是
煽动反革命。
anti-revolution.
No，煽动反革命。
Incite
反革命。
revolution.
Inciting revolution.
Inciting. 煽动
anti-revolution.
Inciting anti-revolution. 煽动反革命。
And how long were you in prison?
监牢做多久
22个月。
？22 months.
And how old were you?
多年轻当时
19岁吧。
？19 years
19、
old.
20啊。
Okay. All right. Do you have alleged that Boasheng Guo tweeted in English that you are suspected of collaborating with hackers to frame Chinese human rights activists? Is that correct that Boasheng Guo has tweeted that?
sorry, suspected.
Are we just
Say that
going to go
again.
down the complaint and ask if the allegations in the complaint are true?
Not really, but
Okay.
we're going to go down the really important ones because we can skip the first 100. So it actually leaves very few when you get out of the legal conclusions. I'm actually pretty much almost finished asking issues in here,
Okay.
but I just need to know answers to some of these. So let me just first ask: is it true that Bo Shengguo has tweeted that? I'm sorry, and I'll say tweeted that Wang Guiguo is suspected of collaborating with hackers to frame Chinese human rights activists.
Hacker to frame Chinese activists,
Human rights activists.
human rights activists. 好的，郭宝善有做一个推文呢，就是说啊，郭文贵和黑客一起串通来破坏中国的人权的活动分子。他的这一个推文是不是正确？他有推出这样子的话
不正确。
？That's incorrect.
Okay. And I want to be clear that I was asking him whether or not it was tweeted, not whether or not the statement was true, but whether or not Bo Sheng had tweeted that.
不，我的问题就是说，他不是说他的讲的内容是正确还是不正确，而是说他有推这样子的推文。
The defendant has admitted these statements.
All right,
So
I'm trying to get foundation because I get into a problem when I ask about, you know what, I'm happy to jump in and ask it this way. Have you ever been suspected of collaborating with hackers to frame Chinese human rights activists? By anybody? Have you ever been suspected by anybody of doing that?
有没有任何
How would he
人
know?
怀疑你跟黑客一起串通跟黑客一起合作来
I'm okay if the answer is I don't
Yeah,
know. by the
no.
way.
这共产党，
Speculation.
这是共产党的谣言，从来没有。
Never. Those were the sayings by the communist
所以他
party.
今天问的我的问题都是共产党在网络上的谣言。
I'm happy
So
to
the
accept your answer,
question
by the way. If we want to establish that the witness's answer to
他们今
whether
天
or
问的
not
问
this
题都
statement
是
is
共产
true
党
is
对
I
我
don't
造的谣
know,
言。
I'm very happy with that answer.
I'm not sure that's what his answer was.
Well, you told me he couldn't know, so.
No, I told you it calls for speculation.
Okay.
Well, I said, how is he supposed to know?
So the questions you asked were the rumors spread by the CCP on the web.
Okay, so the CCP spread rumors on the web that you were suspected of collaborating with hackers to frame Chinese human rights activists. Is that correct?
所以你说这是就是共产党在网络上
是的
散播的谣言，说你跟
是的
correct.
Okay. All right.
Big help CCP 的 question， 很帮助很大。
That question is really helped CCP.
Now, you have alleged that you've suffered damages as a result of these statements by Bo Shengguo. Is that correct?
郭宝山的这一些陈述，伤害到您，对吧
很大很大很大，是的，
？Grave damage, yes.
And can you please describe what that damage is that you suffered as a result of these statements by Bo Shengguo?
你可不可以描述一下郭宝山所做的这些陈述对您的伤害？
他说的这些陈述对我的家人，在国内的家人，带来了巨大的伤害。
What he said caused a great hurt and damage to my family members in China.
在他造谣之后，每天攻击我之后，共产党对我的家人和我的资产和员工进行了巨大的审判。
After his rumor and after he said things against me, my family members and my assets in China suffered a great deal.
我的家人因此呢，看到他的这些视频，这个伤心的每天吃安眠药。
After my family members
睡不着
saw
觉。
the video that he posted, they weren't able to go to sleep. They have to using a sleeping aid or sleeping pills.
中国的大连法院就是审判加拿大刚刚死刑那个法庭，同一个法官，在这个之后，判了惩罚我13个billion dollar，而且在这个审判之前，多次是以郭宝胜的视频作为证据引用来惩罚我的家人和员工，说我是骗子，
So-
说我是如何如何。
So the court in Dalian, after the case that Dalian So the court in
L-I-E-N.
Dalian, after after the case of the dead person that we talked about before, and they fined me $13 billion, and after that, 13个 billion， 接下来呢？
接下来他这个在审判的当中，就是在听后面威胁我的员工家人的时候，说郭文贵是个叛国分子，是一个伤害我们海外民运的人士，然后伤害那个这个中国共产党利益的人士，反对共产党，然后拿郭宝胜视频看，你看郭宝胜说郭文贵有多坏多坏，给我们作为证据来引用，所以他对我的家人的安全、金钱、精神遭到了无法弥补的伤害。
So they used Guo Baosheng's videotapes as evidence in the court, and using that to threaten my family, caused a grave danger to my family,
还有我员工
safety as well as my employees' safeties, claiming that I was doing bad things overseas and 在国外做不好的事情。Okay.
And what was the name of the videotape?
As a
I'm sorry.
traitor,
The videotape was what? What was the videotape?
as evidence in court, using the video.
视频还有他的 Twitter 啊，用他的视频和 Twitter 呢。
They use Guo Baosheng's videos and Twitter as evidence in court.
这是我要必须起诉郭宝胜第8个原因。
And that's the 8th reason I must sue Guo Baosheng.
停止对我家人、员工资产的更大，还有我战友的更多伤害。
For him to stop further hurting my family members, my employees, my comrades, as well as my assets.
我请求我的律师和您的律师，我们要追加对郭宝胜的经济赔偿的数额。
So I'm pleading to my attorney and you as well to increase the damage that, or the dollar amount that Mr. Guo Baosheng should pay.
And are those damages that you just described, are those all the damages that you have incurred as a result of this defamation that you allege Mr. Boasheng committed?
所以你刚才陈述的这些伤害，就是因为郭宝胜给您的这个诽谤您所造成的伤害，是吧？
是的。
Yes.
And with regard to the assets that you have in China, what assets are being damaged in China?
在中国的资产，哪一些资产受到破坏？中国的资产，哪一些资产
Golden Spring, Zenith,
？Golden Spring,
Beijing and Zenith,
Beijing, and Zenith, Zenith,
还有潘谷 Investment,
and Pangu Investment,
还有 Fountain Security,
Fountain Security,
yeah, Security, Founder Security.
oh,
Founders
Founder
Security.
Security.
Are these companies?
这些是公司。
对，
Yes.
And do you own these companies?
这些公司您拥有吗？
不是家族拥有。
No, my family.
Okay. All right. And the employees that you discussed, are they employees of these companies that you've listed?
刚才讲那些破坏的员工是这些刚才讲的这些
是的
公司的员工。Yes.
Okay. And were you fined was it $13 billion? Or
你被罚款
是的
1300。
8.7亿美元的现金，600亿人民币啊，然后呢加上18亿股的股票，加一起13个 billion dollar
8.7亿的
现金
，OK， 800
，8.7 billion dollar cash。
8.7亿
Yeah,
870 billion 是
no
8.7亿。
8.7亿就是8.7 billion dollar。
OK
然后这个 A1， 然后呢另外的4 billion dollar 的 shares 是 totally 13 billion。
OK, 8.7 billion cash, 4.0 billion shares,
Yeah,
total of 13 billion.
around.
and was that a fine to the companies or to somebody personally?
这是对公司的这个罚金，还是对某一个个人的罚金？
对公司。
company。
Okay. All right. Do you have any documents related to the actions that were taken in China that you've just described?
对于你刚才讲的在中国发生的这个事情，刚才这个法律诉讼文件，你有没有文件？
有的。
Yes。
Have they been produced to your attorney?
是不是交给您的律师了？
我会交给我们律师，我们都有。
I will do that. We will do that.
我相信你们没有要吧？
I don't believe you asked for it.
Okay. The companies Golden Spring and Zenith and Pangu and Founders Security, those are companies that are not owned by you, but they're owned by your family, correct?
刚才讲 Golden Spring Zenith 还有 Founder Security 还有一个，这些不是您个人拥有的，而是您家族拥有的。
中国的法院说是对。
Just to clarify, what does that mean? Owned by? We need to clarify what that means. I know he said it,
Yeah.
but
That's what I'm trying to clarify. I mean,
well, no, it doesn't seem like it from the question. You're just glossing over what owned by his family means, right?
Not by him. How's that? Owned by people that are not Wang Guo.
I'm not sure that's what he means.
Okay, well then that's why I'm trying to find out. That's why I clarified it by saying owned by his family and not by him. I didn't just say
Okay.
owned by his family. I said owned by his family
No,
and not by
no,
him.
you're wrong.
Do you want to go over?
不是 no.
I don't mind. I'll go off the record too. I mean, I just want to know.
Okay. Yeah. No, I hear you, and I'm just trying to let you know
All right,
that
let's-
you're going down a path that is
他现在要
sort
澄
of
清一下到底是
incorrect.
谁拥有。
Okay.
And I think it might be a product of translation, and
Okay.
not that there's anything wrong with the translation. Just
Let's
that,
let's just go off, and I'm happy to clarify that. I'm not trying to create a misimpression.
We're going off the record at 12:26.
我们先听。
We're back on the record at 12:29.
All right, now we have stipulated that the companies that were described are owned by a fund, which is in turn owned by the family of the deponent, Wang Guo.
好。刚才我们提到了讲的那几个公司，它是由基金拥有的。这个基金呢是由郭文贵的家族拥有的。
Right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
是的。
也
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
We're stipulating that the testimony of the deponent is that his family, of which he is a part,
Right.
is a beneficiary of a fund, for lack of a better word or understanding, that owns and controls certain entities.
Right. Okay. So now let me ask this then. What is your percentage ownership of that fund that owns the companies?
好的，那么他刚才讲的这个家族拥有，然后郭文贵是家族的成员之一。现在请问您，郭文贵拥有这个基金的多少？
没有分别，我们现在家族没有分别，只是一个 benefiter， 没有明确的。
We are listed as beneficiaries. We do not designate percentages.
Okay. Okay. And you believe that the actions that were taken against these companies were taken specifically because of statements that were made by Boasheng Guo on his Twitter feed, correct?
好，你认为会对于这些公司有这样子的这个破坏的原因，是因为郭宝胜他所做的一些推文啊等等所讲的这些话。
是的。
Yes.
Okay. And is there a reason why you believe that the government took that action in response to the tweets by Boasheng Guo?
那么是不是有任何其他理由让您认为，因为郭宝胜的这些推文而造成了中国的政府采取这样子的行动，对于您的这几家公司进行破坏 ？No.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what, let's do this. I actually have really just 2 primary topics to go over next. And the next one I have is pretty big, and I was planning on taking a break around 12:45 anyway, to break for lunch, and Alex needs to feed the meter. So I'm actually pretty hopeful that we don't have that much longer. I mean, maybe an hour or 2 on this stuff. So if that's good.
How
with
long are
everybody.
you, so do you want to
Continue
break?
is okay. I don't want to stop. Continue.
If we have an hour, why break?
Well, it might go to 2. I'll tell you what. Let's go and see where
If
it
we need
takes
to
us.
break to feed meters, that's one thing, obviously.
No,
but-
that's 5 minutes. I run down.
Okay, but
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, if we're an hour or 2 off, let's just power through. The deponent doesn't mind as long as
不介意
you don't
1-2
mind.
个小时我们
Well,
不介意。
Oh, of course, and you too.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'm
You
just
just-
thinking about it. I don't want to stress people out too much, and at some point I do need to get fed, and I don't want to get hangry. But let's do this. Let's keep rolling, and let's see where it takes us. All right.
And by all means, if the interpreter or the court reporter bids to break, please let us know.
I mean, I'm gonna want to break in in an hour anyway, but let's see where we go.
接近1个小时要休息。
Okay.
Good.
Let me. All right. Let me- Do you have a website called www.guo.media? Is that your website?
好的 ，www 点郭点 media 这个是不是您的网站
No.
No。
Let's mark this as an exhibit.
这份文件它现在把它标示成为一个证物。
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very small sign.
Yeah, you want to sandwich?
What I've handed you is a printout, and I'm not as concerned right now with the English translation that's below it, but really with just the screenshots that are there. And I wanted to just see what if you recognized any of these postings that are in Chinese, and if you made those postings.
So just to be clear, the document that's been marked as an exhibit says on the top 3,
Yes,
Twitter and www.guomedia.
yes.
What does that mean?
It means absolutely nothing for the purposes of the exhibit, and I think we can stipulate that it is
Okay.
not part of the exhibit. In fact, the only thing I'm asking the deponent about are the screenshots. We can get to other parts of this later, but I want to simply identify the screenshots, and if he recognizes those at all.
Okay.
好的，这个证物上面呢是我们打印出来的。我并不在乎下面的英文翻译啊等等。我现在请您把重点看在它上面的截屏啊。第一个问题，你认不认得这个截屏？第二，这个呢是不是您泼出去的？
是的。
Yes.
And where were these posted? Or how were they posted?
Where? Oh, how?
Yeah.
它是在哪里被泼上去的？如
在
何
郭媒体。
郭 media。
And what is Guo Media?
郭 media 是什么？
是一个社交媒体的平台，类似于推特，我是其中的重要的一个使用者。
It's a social media platform similar to that of Twitter. I am one of the users. One of the users.
Did you create this platform?
这个平台是您创造的吗？
我是参与者之一，我没有创，不是我创造的，
I did not create it. I'm one of the participants.
我是一个 consultant 而已。
I'm just a consultant. That's all.
Who is the Guo in Guo Media?
这个郭媒体里面指的这个郭是谁？
这个郭 media 跟我这个爆料有关系，我们的爆料革命已经跟郭有关系了，所以说这是一个战略性的名称的使用吧。
This Guo is related to the disclosure of informations. So it is kind of a strategic decision that is used to disclose information.
Does the Guo in Guo.media refer to any person?
郭点媒体这个郭有没有具体的指某一个人？
没有，
No.
指爆料革命。
It just means disclosure of informations for revolution.
And were you at all involved in the creation of this platform?
这个平台的创造，您本人有没有参与？
我给有建议，没有参与。
I did not participate. I just suggested.
Just what?
Suggested.
Suggested.
The Czech interpreter think perhaps it's better to use made recommendation.
I'm sorry.
建议啊。
Better to use, better to
Made,
use, make
I,
recommendations.
I did not participate. I merely made recommendations instead of use the word suggested.
Okay. That's fine.
可以吗？
可以。
Okay.
I made a recommendation. That's fine.
Okay. To whom did you make recommendations with regard to Guo Media?
好，您是跟谁做的这个建议？
郭媒体的投资公司。
Investment company of Guo Media.
Did they come to you for advice or recommendations?
是他们主动来找你
当然
做建议。Yes.
Do you have any ownership interest in the in Guo Media or in the company that owns Guo Media?
对于郭媒体或者是拥有郭媒体的这家公司，你本人有没有拥有它的一部分或者有任何利益？
没有。
No.
Are you featured in any way prominently on www.guo.media?
好，在www 郭媒体上面，您是不是一个主要的一个人物？
Just clarify what you mean by
你
prominent.
这个标准我不知道什么叫主要，
Maybe he will.
太像共产党的讲话了，你这个。
The wording you are using is very
你在
similar
给我
to
挖
that of
坑
the
了啊
communist
什么叫主要？你告诉我
What do you
吗
mean by featured or prominent?
Future was
Okay. Well, I don't want to use the language of a communist government. Is your picture found on the website www.guo.media?
好，那么我不想用这个共产党的这些字眼。郭媒体的这个网站上面有没有您的照片
是很多人的照片，怎么就为什么有我照片？很
？So a
多人
lot
的照
of
片，
people's photos were up there.
Okay.
Not just.
他就是传播照片的，传播信息的，怎么就只有我照片？
It is just a place that you are transfer or transmit informations and photos, not just my photos.
So if you go to Guo Media, on the very first page, does it have your picture?
你如果到这个郭媒体第一页首页有没有您的照片？
什么叫首页？我听不懂。
就是网页的第一页。
第一页有很多人照片，不是我第一页没有我的照片。
The first.
第一页没有我的照片，是他郭媒体自己的照片，怎么叫什么第一页我的照片？
The first page does not have my photos. It has many other photos.
Okay. Let me let me ask you about the. Well, you know what? I want to do this with the. Let's look at this. Let's mark this as number 2.
现在给您的是这次刑法指对的第2号证明。
Do you recognize this document?
这份文件您认得吗
我认得。
？I recognize it.
Did you make these posts?
Oh, I'm sorry. Which document are we looking
Number
at?
2. Sorry, number 2. Fair
这
enough.
是2号证物。
Because he had that behind number 1. So let's just
这个文件是
Do that one more time, sorry.
抛上去的吗
是的，这是一部分，
？Yes, it's part. This just
来自于郭宝胜。郭宝胜自己推出去，我转推的。
the source was 郭宝胜. I retweeted it.
So he had tweeted his driver's license and passport, and you retweeted it.
他把他的这个驾照以及他的护照推出去，然后你转推。
他转推的一个文件，包含了这东西，我又转推的。
The document that he retweeted included those documents, and I retweeted it.
Okay. So you got those documents from a tweet from Boasheng Guo.
所以来源是郭。
是的。
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, but got what documents?
The passport and driver's license.
But that's not, I don't think that's exactly what he said. I think the testimony was that these things were part of a document that he retweeted.
Right. In other words, I understood his testimony to be that he never had those documents, that he got them because somebody, probably, I assume my client, tweeted them.
Yeah, I mean,
Or tweeted a document that had that in there.
Yeah, it was what he filed with the court. I mean, it's no secret. He
Yeah.
filed this picture with the court and then he tweeted it.
Wait, he filed.
He filed this photograph and this photograph with the court.
Okay.
It's a public filing. And then he sent out a tweet about it.
Him is show
You
off.
don't know that?
Him is show off. Him
Oh.
show off. I'm an American.
Well, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a white
It's in a court
lawyer.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
It was part of the notice of removal.
Oh.
Or some letter that preceded the notice of removal.
Oh, so it was part of the notice of removal. Okay. That's why I asked questions in
Yeah, no,
discovery.
I just want to make sure that it, yeah, and it wasn't, I mean, the document that was filed with the court
Right.
by your client
Right.
was given back to you in discovery, so it should be pretty clear that that's what happened.
Okay.
I mean, I gave you that document back.
I understand. Well, that's
Okay.
why I say that's why I ask questions. That's why I ask interrogatories, so people can say, "Hey, this is what happened," and I go,
Ridiculous.
"Okay, I don't have to ask that question."
Yeah, no, that happened, but you asked the question.
Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to use. All right. Let's mark this as 3. Now,
I'm going to ask you to hold this.
what I've handed to you is a certificate of translation. that relates to some of the postings that we just looked at in Exhibit 1. I'm now referring to Exhibit 3, being the translation. This has been previously provided to your counsel. Let me ask, have you seen this document before?
好的，现在给您的3号证物呢，是我们刚刚1号证物的这个英文翻译版。我现在请问您的翻译版的一份证书啊。请问您啊，这个已经提供给律师了，请问您有没有看过这一份翻译版？
我看过。
I've seen it。
啊，
有没有？
这个
And actually, let me revise what I just said about that.
I don't know.
这个是什么？Yes, I read. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me revise because I said something that was inaccurate. I was referring to the posts on Guo Media. These are actually translations of videos. And
这个是一个视频的翻译。
哦，我明白了。
I
我
understand.
看过这个。
I have seen
Is
it.
this what was given yesterday?
no, this was,
Okay.
it was given yesterday, but it was given weeks before. I mean,
But in a different form.
yeah, I delivered this pursuant to the Rule 26 disclosures. And our continuing duty to
Okay.
supplement those disclosures.
Yeah, I just actually don't have it in front of me right now.
You
gave it to me.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it in front of me when I asked the question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just asked for the clarification.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all.
Okay. So you've seen this before. Have you looked to see whether or not you think this accurately reflects the statements that were made in the videos that are identified?
好的，您看过这一份文件，您有没有把这个文件详细的读一遍，看它是不是正确的反映了这一个视频里面所说的东西？
是的。
Yes.
是我说的。
And I want to talk about just a couple of aspects of this, if I could.
So big the world.
Where is my? Sorry. Did you refer to Boa Guo as a political liar, a religious liar, and a beast?
您有没有声称郭宝胜是一个政治上的幌子，宗教上的幌子，以及是一个猛兽？
骗子，政治上骗子啊。
骗子啊。
是的，说过。
Yes, I did.
And that's because you believe that Boa Guo is a liar, correct?
因为你认为他是一个骗子，对吧？
是的。
Yes.
And you have also said that he has attempted to swindle money and defraud donations. Is that correct?
你还有说他是欺诈钱，然后呢把这一个滥用这个人的捐献。
是的。
Yes.
And you believe that to be true as well?
你也认为这是事实？
是的。
Correct.
And we've discussed the reason you believe that, I think, previously, and is that because you believe that he defrauded you, correct?
我们早先也有谈过呢，你认为他是在这欺诈，因为他也欺诈过您。
是的。
Yes.
And you believe that he did that to other human rights activists as well, correct?
你也相信他用同样的动作欺诈其他的这个人权的活跃者。Yes.
And is the reason that you believe that's the case is because of the frauds that you described earlier in your testimony against other human rights activists?
那么你认为他做这样的欺诈的原因，是因为你刚才已经陈述了他对于其他的人权活跃者的所进行的欺诈。
是的。
Yes.
And those are the folks that you can't give me their names because of the peril that it would put them in with the Chinese government, correct?
那么那些人权的活跃者，就是您不能把他们的名字给我，因为
有一些我们已经包含在我们提供的文件了，有一些还没有需要不能提供。
Some of them I already disclosed in the document that I submitted. Some of them I cannot disclose.
The ones that you did disclose, can you give me their names?
那么已经交出来的人的名字，可不可以跟我们提问？
一个叫牧羊子，洛杉矶的。
One person's name is Mu Yang Zi in Los Angeles.
还有加开旺。
The other one is Jackie
Jackie Wang，
Wang,
还有 Sarah，
Sarah,
这都有，已经给你们了。
and
还有 Robert Wang，
Robert Wang. I provided those names.
还有温超
Wen Chao
and Hank Han，
and Hank.
Evan Wang， Event Wang，
Yvette.
Event Wang.
Yeah.
Event.
Yes.
Yvette.
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 Yeah.
Yvette Wang.
And who is Yvette Wang?
Yvette Wang 是谁？
是一个支持我们爆料的革命的我过去的员工，现在是我的 partner。
Was my former employee, currently my partner, a person who supports disclosure of information.
被共产党
support the revolution.
陷害的人，
Also was hurt by the CCP.
Jackie Wang, is it?
Jackie Wang,
也是被共产党陷害的人，在加州的一个我们的战友。
one of the
反共人士。
comrades in California who opposed the Communist Party.
And he was defrauded by Boasheng Guo.
他被郭宝胜欺诈。
是的，
Yes.
How much was he defrauded out of?
他骗了他多少钱？
他现在不愿意讲，说属于这个人是其中之一，具体细节，他骗多少钱和他是见证者和这个 CS 牧羊子的买机票的被骗者和见证者和支付餐饮旅费的其中之一。
He would not disclose the amount of money that he was defrauded because he was one of the witness. Was also the person who purchased or paid for airline tickets and expenses.
叫 GS 牧羊子，他们一起
And the name
支付了
is
他旅行费用。 GS 牧羊子，
GS 牧羊子
Yeah.
GS MUYANG ZI.
Okay. And Robert Wang, who is that?
Robert Wang 是谁？
加拿大的向他支付18万还是16万美元的那个被骗者。
A Canadian person that was defrauded about 180,000 to 160,000 by him.
Okay. And do you know how he was defrauded by Boasheng Guo?
你知道郭宝胜是如何欺骗他钱？
就是打着支持郭文贵爆料，然后呢需要开会建立媒体平台，还有旅游、餐饮，所谓费用。
He used that he was supporting Guo Wengui. He needed the money to host a conference and for travel expenses, etc.
And you know this because Robert Wang told you that?
你知道这些是因为 Robert Wang 告诉你。
是的。
Yes.
Okay. All right. When, what is it?
Chao.
Chow? Was also defrauded by Boasheng Guo, is that correct?
郭宝胜也给骗了文朝的钱。
文朝是骗他骗了我的钱是通过魏朝交给他的钱，
好，再讲一遍。
是朝是把他骗我的钱是交给他的，现金有些现金给他的，过
The
手的。
money he defrauded from me, he gave it to Wen Chao.
Wen Chao gave the money to him.
Oh, Wen Chao gave the money to.
Right, the money that he defrauded from him, it was Wen Chao who handed the money to him.
Yeah.
文朝把钱给谁
给郭宝胜。
？Okay. Wen Chao was the person who gave the money to 郭宝胜。
方不密给郭宝胜。
Oh, so that's somebody who gave it to him on your behalf? Okay.
No, 对不起，你把钱给文朝，文朝给郭宝胜。I gave the money to 文朝，文朝 gave the money to 郭宝胜。
Okay. How much money?
多少？
2万多吧，加一起应该是1万多现金加一起，酒啊什么的，还有现金，大概啊，我记不起1万多美元。
Over $10,000 of cash and plus some wines and liquor, total about approximately 20,000.
Okay. I actually, I meant to ask you with regard to Exhibit 2, which was the driver's license and passport.
2号证物的驾照还有护照。
Is there a reason that you posted that on Guo Media?
Well, did he post it? Is that what? That was never said.
Okay,
in the
well, I'll ask him.
testimony. Yeah, let's
I'll
just
ask him.
lay
He
that
said he
down.
retweeted it, so,
Well, no, he didn't. He said that's not what he said.
okay,
actually.
well, I'll ask him then what he said.
Okay.
Is this you posting the driver's license and passport of Bo Shengguo?
是不是你把这一个郭宝胜的这一个驾照，还有他的这个护照，把它泼出去？
不是，
No，
是郭宝胜自己在法院的公共文件里面推出去的，自己推出去，我转发的。
郭宝胜 he himself tweeted that
还有在法院里文件里
amongst
面，
his legal documents in court. I retweeted it.
Okay, that's what I thought you said, and I'm asking why you retweeted it.
好，我刚才也是听你这么说，你为什么把它转推呢？为什么？
郭宝胜要转推，我帮助他，让大家知道法院我们在官司的进展。
He tweeted it. I'm just helping him to let people know the progress of the case.
So you're doing it to help Bo Shengguo.
你是转
我
推是
们让人
帮助他。
知道郭宝胜我们的案子在进展中，他推了我就推了，
I'm
没有
helping
什么。
people to understand the progress of this case, since he was the one who tweeted it.
因为我们
I
的这被
retweeted.
骗的人都在关注这事情的进展。
Because all those who were cheated by him were paying attention on the progress of the case.
The writing that's under the driver's license that's in Chinese, what does that say?
好的，这个驾照下面有几个中文字，上面写的是什么？驾照
我没看过。
I've not seen it.
请登这个，请登录已喜欢分享。
Please log in. If
Yeah.
you like it, please share. Or
这
leave
是
a
正常，这
message.
是它的功能，
That's one of the function.
郭 media 的功能，
That's one of the function of Guo Media.
这跟我没关系。
Nothing to do with me.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a break for a couple minutes.
休息个几分钟。
We want the record as well.
Just sit inside.
Everybody has a microphone on.
Oh, yeah.
15:10.
So, just before I know we were talking about breaks and we just took one and the need for nourishment, but every break we take, we've sort of noticed a growing contingent of people outside and some from a media company that the defendant has been known to give interviews with, and we believe that staying here for an extended period of time is a distinct threat to the safety of my client. So with that being said, if you want to, let's go through it. And if you want to take a break to call your client and ask him to ask the media company to back off, that would probably also be a positive thing.
I'm totally with you, and my co-counsel just spoke what I was thinking, which is, do you guys have a back door? Yeah,
他说他是
none that I've used
看到
before.
外面的
Okay.
媒体的人越来越
because I don't want to
多
deal with that.
他希望休息
Right.
的时候，他打电话
Well, I mean,
叫
it's
客户就是叫那个
it's
媒体
your
散
client,
开。
right?
他
It's
说
a
没有
company
关系
called
他就
AMD
这个
that,
后门让
well,
你出去
you can shrug,
您的
but
律师
it's
很担忧
a,
你的安
it's,
全。
I don't know any more than you do, but I've been given information that leads me to logically believe that it wasn't us who called this company or the people
他说他会给你讲。
from the Chinese embassy that may be there.
I will grant you that the suspects will dwindle once we eliminate the people in this room. So,
What do you
let's-
mean eliminate?
What? I said once we eliminate the people in this room, the suspects would dwindle.
The elevator says there's a lower lobby. Lobby and there's a lower lobby.
All right. Look, I'm not going to discuss escape plans. Let's.
I'm just saying, we should power through, because if my client's security team believes that the risk is heightened to the point where another authority needs to be called or he needs to be escorted out, that's going to have to happen. So let's just, but we don't want that to happen. So let's just move.
I'm just trying to do a deposition.
您的安全能力能够，希望他就是不要休息去，你才一直走上去。
This you guys, you 郭宝胜 can do this legal?
For the record, I can't respond to a question that requests legal advice from.
CCP really like to do this. Big help CCP.
All right. Well,
No professional.
I wasn't getting what you were saying.
No, I think that's probably fine.
all right. Let's move along. You stated that that Bo Xingguo is a killer of the democratic movement out to secure a show in Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
在拉斯维加斯的一个秀的时候，你说呢？郭宝胜是杀死民主运动的一个人。
是的。
Yes.
And you believe that to be true. Is that correct?
您认为这是实话？
是的。
Yes.
How do you think that he is a killer of the democratic movement?
您为什么会认为他是一个民主运动的杀手？为什么？
郭宝胜所有的对我们这些用生命和家人来反对 CCP 的人的欺骗、欺诈和玩弄。
Because he defrauded and then also for those people who come against the CCP and those people who pay the price of their lives and their families.
还有他现在所有的在网络上发言的这个主体，我们这是中国前70年来第一个有我这样一个人掀起了中国共产党最为害怕的反对共产党的革命，揭穿了他们的腐败和他们的黑暗，而他来反对我。 他就是在扼杀中国的民主，而且他对中国的很多现在冒着生命危险的反共的民主人士进行了欺诈和欺骗。
Because in the past 70 years, there's no one like myself that is outspoken against the Communist Party and is anti-revolutionary. So he
Anti-CCP.
Against the CCP, and he spoke against me shows that he is a person who is anti-democracy, a killer of the democracy. 还有
包括现在他今天在这样的一个美国法律的一个听证会上，他完全没有任何原则的去叫媒体来。 并且这时候共产党也会间谍每天都这样杀掉我，他这样的做法就是在尝试着杀掉一个反共的人士和反共的运动。
Including his actions today, summoned the media to come here. So his intention was to have the Communist Party spy to kill me.
I should just also say that my co-counsel was just downstairs, and that we may have an update on that situation.
Yeah, there's absolutely nobody out there, and the security detail has indicated they have no concerns about it.
Well, the security detail for my client isn't going to share with you their concerns, first of all. And second of all, there's absolutely people on the street. It's DC. Did you go from car to car and check who was in each car?
We can share the video. We can share the picture. Video picture. We give them.
Okay. So we'll get pictures of them.
All right. Okay. Did you state that the defendant would have sex with an animal?
你有没有说过被告人会跟动物有这一个性行为？
没有。
No.
Have you stated that Boasheng Guo has solicited prostitutes in Tokyo?
你有没有说过郭宝山在东京他有去找妓女？
我没说找妓女去看裸体女人，这找妓女是吧
I didn't say he solicited a prostitute. I said that
日本
he
也
went
叫妓女，但是那个
into
是
strip club.
这个是翻译的问题。
Maybe it's a translation error.
Okay.
但是
I'm just asking.
Harry painted the picture and give.
And why did you state that Boasheng Guo went to a strip club?
你为什么说郭宝胜到这一个就是脱衣舞廊去？
支持我的日本的几个战友告诉我，还有李小牧亲自告诉我，郭宝胜要求去了看这些脱衣舞廊，就是也称为翻译的问题，叫不叫妓女啊？脱衣舞廊还有这些女人们，而且是他付的钱。
Because a comrade who supported me in Japan told me, plus Li Xiaomu also told me that he went to a strip club in Tokyo. I don't know if it's a translation error, whether those people in the strip club are qualified or so-called prostitute, but he visited the strip club. Additionally, he was the one who paid the bill.
And who are these people who told you that?
这些告诉你的人他是谁啊？
李小牧
李小牧。
为他付款请他吃晚餐的人，为他支付了去看脱衣舞廊这个女的支付费用的人。
He was the person who paid the expenses on his behalf when they went to the strip club to see women strip their clothes off.
Okay. Did you ever state that Boasheng Guo was poor and would not be able to file suit or defend a lawsuit?
你有没有说过这个李宝胜很穷，他没有能力去起诉或者是付诉讼费用？
是的，说过。
Yes, I said that.
Did you state that the reason that Boasheng Guo removed his complaint to federal court was so that he could handpick a judge?
你有没有说过他把他的案子呢，把它移到了这个联邦法庭，所以他可以去选他要的这个法官
No， 我不是这么说的。
No, that's not what I said.
这不是权利。
No.
Did you make any statement about why Boasheng Guo would have removed the case to federal court?
你有没有说过郭宝胜为什么把这个案子？
我刚才已经回答了你们的问题了。
I already answered your question.
郭宝胜说的是推出来和这位先生的照片，让大家猜这是哪位总统的后人，后人是卡特总统的后人，说给你们喝了酒了，说案子会移到这个现在这个法庭来，会对我们有利。这位法官，这个下面啊，郭宝胜推下面啊，大家在很多人在跟他互相交流。 说这个法官很歧视，种族歧视，特别是对亚洲人，这对我不利，这是他说的啊。
郭宝胜 was the one who tweeted the photos, bragging that they had a drink with this attorney, who is a descendant of President Carter. So he was the one who tweeted that, and to show us that he also have the case moved to a different court. He tweeted that the judge at this new court discriminated against Chinese people, Asian people, especially Chinese. All of those moves are disadvantageous to
他说我叫我郭 evil， 说我的 evil 郭的末日来了，啊，
He says this is the end date of evil
evil 郭，
Oh,
我
what, I'm sorry.
referring to me.
郭
E
，every 郭，GUO my first name yeah family name。
Oh, evil
郭
郭。
evil 郭，叫魔鬼郭，末日到了啊！
He claimed that this the evil Guo's end date is here. He said.
我今
Or
天
he
见
tweeted.
我见了你们2位了，那么长时间还没有死。
But I'm still alive after meeting you guys.
谢 ，Thank you 。You don't kill me, Thank you。
Nothing on my sleeve. Do you have a United States passport?
你有没有美国护照
No.
No.
Have you ever claimed that you had a United States passport?
你从来也没有宣称你拥有美国护照。
我没有选择美国护照。
I never claimed that.
Did you ever state that you had a relationship with the first hacker in the world?
你从来有没有说过你跟世界上第一手的黑客有关系？
我说我们正在跟第一手黑客去联系合作 ，anti-CCP， 你不要把我这话给我断绝了，太像共产党的做派
We
了。
are saying that we are in the process of contacting the first hacker in the world for
我们也说跟他 anti-CCP 坏的。对了，你不要把我这话给我断开了说，你太像共产党了吗？你们？
So don't take portions of my.
今天他讲了很多问题，都是一段一段的来，你这根本不是事实。
That is too much like the Communist Party, and those are not facts.
What is your current net worth?
目前你的净价值是多少
负资产，
？Negative.
Okay.
我在很多视频都讲过了，我是没有钱的。现在被共产党又拿走了13个 billion， 就更没有钱了，负资产了。我家族都受牵连了，所以我找郭宝胜要。
Many media
他必须
outlets.
赔啊。
I already said that I don't have any more money, even with my 13 billion assets in my homeland was confiscated. So I have negative assets, and that's why I'm suing.
He said 1.3 billion, right?
你13个
Yeah，
billion.
对，13个 billion，13 billion，13个亿，13 billion，
亿就是1.3 billion.
130亿，就13 billion，
13 billion 130亿。
对，13 billion，130亿。
So you're
That's what I said.
Yeah.
13
Yes,
billion.
correct.
Because when he said that 13亿, that is 1.3 billion.
Yeah. I'm wrong. Yeah,
So that's
13 billion is correct. You is correct. Thank you.
130亿是对的
Yeah,
那
I'm
就是
wrong, I'm
13
wrong.
billion.
Yeah.
So have you represented yourself in public as being a billionaire?
在公共场合，你有宣称自己是
从来没有。
Never.
Okay. All right. Do you own any assets in the United States?
在美国，你有没有拥有资产？
你现在是在法律上啊，事实上是没有的。
In reality, under the law, no. 在法律上。
Do you receive any income from any sources?
有没有从任何的地方有收入
没有。
？No.
共产党把所有我的账号、信用卡都封掉了，所有的钱都没有了。
Communist Party closed or seized all my accounts and credit cards.
特别是在郭宝胜开始反对我之后，很多的所谓的海外跟共产党合作的一些坏人们之后，我是1分钱的收入都没有了，信用卡都没有。
Especially after Guo Baosheng started his cooperation with the Communist Party, and all my accounts were froze, and I have not a penny left.
How do you pay your expenses?
那么您的费用是怎么支出的呢？
借钱，
Borrowed.
So you continue to borrow money now to pay your ongoing expenses?
所以目前的支出都是用借来的钱支。
是的。
Yes.
other than your interest in the fund that owns the companies that we've discussed earlier, do you own any assets or real estate in your own name?
好的，除了我们刚才讲的4个这个基金啊，你是他拥有他的这个基金的部分之外，还有没有其他的资产是在你的名字下？
在纽约，我住的公寓 Sherry Nathalie 781在我名下，但事实上是我代理持有的。
781什么
？781就是 Sherry Nathalie 我的 apartment， 现在我住在纽约的。事实上我是代这个基金持有的，并不是我的。
The apartment that I stayed in New York, 781 Sharon
Nathalie.
Nathalie, was owned by the fund
这现在是我的名下，但不是我的。
under my name, but it's not mine.
What was the apartment, the address again in New York? I'm sorry.
Fifth Avenue, the 781.
It's Norton or something.
781 Fifth Avenue.
781.
It goes by it goes by a name, which is what you heard. The Sherry Netherland Hotel.
Yeah.
It's another name for the building. Oh, okay.
Like Norton or something.
Yeah, maybe the last name of the Sherry Netherland.
Sherry Netherlands.
Sherry
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Like the country, the Netherlands.
Uh-huh.
Sherry Netherlands.
Okay.
No,
All right. And so the apartment in Manhattan is not in your name, is that correct?
Manhattan 的大楼
在我的名下，但不是我拥有的。
It's
代持理事。
under my name, but I did not own it.
Okay. Let's do.
Or I do not own it.
So, let's just talk about what under my name means, because we're talking about a New York apartment. You're from up there, you know
Yeah.
how things are done with co-ops and condos.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means.
Right. Does it matter to you?
I mean, I don't know what to make of it. And so at some point, I mean, I haven't checked the land records, so I don't know, or the tax records, so I have no idea what it means. I don't know what to make of it, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's all online with Acris, so
So I have no
it's
idea.
public information.
I mean, I'm not trying to be tricky. I was just curious. It's like saves
No,
me the trouble.
and I wasn't insinuating that. I was just wanted to clarify what my client
只是问一
said.
下，就
You
是
know,
在我名下的意义是什么？跟他
Yeah, he said it was in his name, but he didn't
so
own
it's
it.
under his name.
Under his
but he didn't
name,
own
but he didn't own it.
Because I don't understand what that means
在
either.
我的名下的意义。
Well,
Maybe
they-
he's allowed to live there pursuant to the or the co-op's rules. These are, I'm just,
So it's all
Hypothesizing.
public, so it's owned by an LLC technically. The shares are owned by an LLC.
是有限公司拥有。
He then, the LLC is then owned by a separate holding company, and he is the
然后下
owner
面
of the
有
holding
控股。
company. And then he also
控股
has
有您
access
的名字。
by a proprietary lease, the way a co-op is set, it's not a condominium, so you don't own the real estate, you get shares and you get a lease to the apartment.
So he's a beneficial owner.
Right.
so just to clarify, so he is, the property is owned by an LLC that's owned by a holding company that in turn is owned by Mr. Guo. Okay. Is that true? Can I just have the witness say that that's true?
Yes.
所以是
是的。
有限公司控
Okay.
股，然后 yes，
Okay. So would it be, so, okay. All right, I'm not sure to make of that, because it suggests that he owns a company that owns a company that owns a $65 million apartment.
well, who's valuing that apartment?
Well, that's a good question. So let's do this.
So
Let
what's
me,
the purchase for that amount?
that's a good point. Let's mark this as, is it
4.
4? Let's mark it as 4.
第4号重点。
Thank you. I don't know what is English.
So let me ask you this. You were aware that there was a profile done of you in the New York Times Sunday magazine.
我这么问啊，您知道这个纽约时报的星期天的那个版本有一份关于您的介绍。Yes.
For those of us who grew up in New York, that's kind of a big deal. I said, for those of us who grew up in New York, that's kind of a big deal. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you was, this is, I'll represent to you, this is the article that was written, and all I wanted to ask you about, just to follow up with what we were discussing, is a part in here on the first page and in the second paragraph, which begins with, I have the best houses, and then it talks about some other property that you own. And I just wanted to ask if these statements in here are true.
好的，那么如果说是您住在纽约的话，您就知道被那个《纽约时报》刊登这么呢是蛮了不起的一件事情。我想请问你的第1页的第2段有提到，就是说我有这个最大的房子啊，等等等，这个陈述是不是正确？
不正确。
Can we have the statements translated?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Incorrect. Okay.
All right. That's all I was asking. Okay. Do this. I know where I want to go.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right. That's whoops. That's all right. Is that 5?
Yep.
All right. Do 5. Oh. Yeah. Nope.
Number 5, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. I do not understand.
So what I've handed you and marked as Exhibit 5 is a document I received yesterday afternoon or evening, I think it was evening, which are the most recent version of your objections and responses to interrogatories. Have you seen these?
好，5号证物呢是我昨天晚上才收到的一份文件，也就是您对于这次起诉案件里面的这一个问答的一些反对啊等等的这个，请问有没有看过这一份文件？
我看过，
I have seen it.
我签的字。
I signed it.
Do we have a signed version?
Yeah, should be it.
Oh, there it is. Okay, just not under oath. Okay. It was just signed. Okay. All right.
He's under oath now.
Yes, he is. So let me ask you, you've read this and signed this. Do you attest that these answers are true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
好的，您读了，您签字了，那么您现在是不是可以说，这里面根据您个人的知识，里面的陈述是事实
是的
正确的 ？Yes.
Okay.
但由于时间紧急，没有全部翻译，是口头上的，有时候可能会避免有错误啊。
But due to the time constraint, it was
只是
not translated in its entirety. It's only verbally conveyed to me.
但事实都没有问题。
But the truth in there should be no problem.
Okay. I wanted to talk about the answer that you provided to interrogatory number 4, which begins on page 6.
现在请您翻到第6页，第4个问题，您所提供的答案。
第6、第5、第4个问题啊。OK 啊。
第6页的第4个问题。
And in that interrogatory, you provide the names of people who are known to you who are witnesses of the events and allegations in the complaint and in the counterclaim. Are these all the people that you know that fit that description?
好的，这一段里面列出了一系列跟这个案件有关的这一些证人的这一些名字跟陈述。请问您对于这一些证人的陈述都正确吗？
正确。
It's accurate.
Is it Wayne Chow? Is that how it's pronounced?
温潮。
Yes， 温潮。
Wayne Chow. Yes.
He works for you?
他是替你手下工作人员。Yes.
Hank Han works for you?
是的。
Yes.
Yvette Wang? works for you?
Yvette Wang,
partner
partner,
And Robert Wang?
Robert Wang,
no
no,
支持者。
supporter.
Okay. All right. I want to ask you, I asked you earlier about the basis for the statements that you have made about Boisheng Guo. Have you given me all the facts that you are relying upon for making those statements? I'm only asking about the statements that I've asked you about, not any statements I haven't asked you about.
今天上午我所问你的一些关于跟郭宝胜有关的的这一些陈述，那么您是不是把您所知道的这个所有的事实跟根据都告诉我了？
是的。
Yes.
You have sued Boisheng Guo for $1 million for defamation. Is there a reason for that amount?
你告郭宝胜100万的诽谤，这一个100万有没有什么根据？
我刚才向他说过了，在我大连的审判当中，我的员工在背后，还有法官审判我们的法官利用就是以郭宝胜的 Twitter 和 YouTube 作为证据来威胁我的家人和员工，损失远远超过100万，对我的精神，对我的整个的公司，对我的损失超过100万啊！我们未来不对他的要求不会低于100万，不会100万，只100万会更多。
I told you that during the Dalian lawsuit, that the damage he caused me and my employees. Additionally, judge relied on the YouTube and the media information as the basis to determine that the judge's decision. The damage that he caused us is far exceeding 1 million.
包括在香港，我们这个合作的基金资产被查，这个他们也拿着郭宝胜的 Twitter 还有 YouTube 作为一个其中的证据来威胁我员工。
Including the assets located in Hong Kong that was being investigated or seized, was all because of Guo Baosheng's YouTube and Twitter.
所以说对我们家和对我本人各方面的伤害远远超过这个。我们接下来会让我们律师会对他们追求的索赔不止100万，肯定不止。
Therefore, his damage to my family members, myself, and all that involved far exceeded $1 million. In the future, we will seek to up that amount.
I'm going to take a break very quickly. I want to talk to my co-counsel. You guys can stay here. I'm very close to being done, if not there. But I just want to confer with him outside. It's probably easier to do it that way.
Okay.
快问完了，那我可以跟律师讲一下话，就见到结束。
Record of 1341.
We can do.
Record of 1348.
Thank you. I have handed you the most recent version of the supplemental responses to our requests for production of documents, which has been marked as Exhibit 6. Have you seen this document before?
您现在看到的是6号证物，里面呢就是说，对于这一次牵涉到的案件，您必须要提出的这一些证据的这个物证的这一些要求的一些补充版本。请问您的问题有没有看过这一份文件？
看过。
I've seen it.
If you could turn to page 4.
Let's just be clear for the record, the deponent doesn't read English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point, by the way. It's a very good point.
看到第4页
I did not know that. Well, let me ask this.
At least in a way that doesn't
Yeah.
require a translator for this situation.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can, notwithstanding that handicap, perhaps get where I need to get. On page 4, you have provided, in response to a request for the documents used in drafting your answers to interrogatories, you have identified some YouTube video links. And pursuant to an agreement with counsel, we agreed that we wouldn't have to produce the video, but we would produce the link. And the first thing I just want to ask is, did you provide these links?
好的，那么这个呢，就是说，当时他问你的问题就是说，在准备对于我们的问卷给予答案的时候，你用什么东西来进行准备？那么您当时的回答就是你有使用一些 YouTube 的一些连线。我想请问您的就是这里所列出来的 YouTube 的这个链接，是不是您提供的？
是的。
Yes.
And do you know what these YouTube videos are? In other words, what do they show?
您知不知道这一些 YouTube 的链接里面，它展示的是什么？
我知道。
I am aware.
但是我不会都懂的英文，你说。
But I am not familiar or understood all the English part of it.
Okay, and just in general, what do those videos show?
一般来说，这一些视频展示的是什么内容？
这个视频我看到这个文件应该是我们当时这个应该是展示的 friend 的时候，我这个真的记不太清楚这个
Well, at that time when we prepared those documents,
应该是郭宝胜对我的侮辱吧，这个
I don't remember the exact details of what those
还有
YouTube
他
depict.
郭宝胜讲假话呀，
But I think they're comprised of the insult that 郭宝胜
还有说假话说他没有拿我的钱呢，这视频。
and something related to that he denied taking money from me.
对，他在 YouTube 上多次声明啊，
Something like that. He made such a claim numerous times on YouTube.
这是我第8个要起诉郭宝胜的理由。
And that's the 8th reason I have to
他
sue
公开在媒体
郭宝胜。
上多次撒谎说，我从来没有接受过工会给我钱。
In the public media, number of times he denied he take money from me.
我从那天起我就知道这人是个谎言家、骗子。
So from that day, I heard him say that. I knew he's a liar.
他多次在 YouTube 上讲，他说我没有拿郭文贵1分钱。
Many times he claimed that he did not take
但他拿
money
钱
from
了。
me on YouTube. That's
这
a
就能证明
lie.
他是个骗子。我要
Therefore,
阻止他骗更多的人，
therefore he's a liar.
伤害更多的人。
I want to
所以这是我第8个起诉他的理
I
由。
want to stop him to cheat more people out of money, and I want to stop him, and that's the 8th reason I'm suing him.
I think it's more than that. Now, it is true, is it not, that you do not have any transcripts of the YouTube postings that you claim are defamatory?
你宣称这一些 YouTube 里面呢是诽谤你，这一些 YouTube 你没有把它这一个transcript 就是把它打出来。
没有。
No.
we requested documents related to your damage claim, and you referred to the YouTube links that you provided. And I have to ask you this because there's an objection lodged, so I need to know if there are any other documents for sure. Are there any other documents that demonstrate your damages in this case?
好的，我们有要求您呢，就是提供您在这个案件里面要求赔偿能够支持你要求他们赔偿的这些文件。那么您的答案呢，就是把这个 YouTube 的链接放在上面。请问您还有没有其他的文件可以来支持您对于这个案件要求对方赔偿的这些文件？
有的，我们正在这个可以提供更多的文件。
We can provide you with more documents.
由于我们要保护当事人和国内的家人和朋友，我们要在庭上要求这个在安全保密的情况下交给庭上。
Well,
So we need to make sure that we protect those people who were involved as well as those people's families in mainland China. Once the court granted us of such a protection, then we will provide.
因为这些人一旦被信息泄露，就会有生命危险。
Because once any of those information leaked to the public, those people's life will be in danger.
given the response, I'm not sure that the question was understood completely.
Okay, I'll ask it again. All I can do is ask it.
No, I hear you. What can I say? That answer was not really responsive to your question, although it began seemingly so. But can you point me to the request number?
Sure, request number 15.
他刚才就是说您的的答案好像可能是您对于问题没有听懂。他问他就是在这个里面讲的是第几号，他说第15号。
So it's not only the YouTube links, but also the documents that were provided.
Okay.
That were referenced in response to the document request.
Okay, so this is inaccurate when it says, see response to request number 1. There are other documents to which you refer.
And the documents transmitted herewith.
And the documents transmitted herewith. Okay.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's
他说
fair.
对于这个文
Let
件
me.
要求，他以为只有 YouTube，但是他说里面除了 YouTube 还有一些文件，
Okay.
他有列在里面。
Okay. Other than the documents that you have already produced to your attorney, are there any other documents that support your damage claims?
Yes.
除了 OK，yes。
Okay. Other than the documents, well, I'm not going to, that's going to be redundant. Other than the documents that you have provided to your attorney, are there any other documents that demonstrate or show that Boisheng Guo is a public figure?
除了您提供给您律师的文件之外，还有没有其他的文件可以展示或显示郭宝胜是一个公众人物
No.
？No。
Okay. I just have one more question. I have to remember what it is. You testified that you have a negative net worth. Are you in possession of documents that demonstrate what your net worth is?
刚才您说您的这个净资产是负数，您有没有任何的文件展示您的这个净资产是负数？文件？
可以啊，如果你需要的话，我们可以展示。
Yes, if you want it, I can show it.
Okay. I don't have anything further.
没有其他问题了。
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate. Too short. I think a long day.
Deposition is concluded and going off the record at 13:58.